Welcome to part 3 of this Mario Kart tutorial on how to make a custom track, and in this part we're going to make the KCL. So first of all is we go to the interweb and we look KCL flag on Google, and the first thing that should pop up is the Mario Kart wiki page, and just go to there. And right here we have a big chart of the collision types. So this can get a bit confusing. I'll try to explain it as best I can. But so what you want to do is you want to go to default material and then create a new material. Now you don't want to import a texture. Just make a random color. I'll just pick green. And the name is what's important for the KCL, the name of the texture. So we're going to do the road first. So you want to look at the type, and we have 0x00. So for now, ignore this, just the 0x right here, and just look at the 00. The 00 is what we need, because when you type in underscore, which is important, 00, that's telling the Weems tools that this is a road. So it kind of reads it like, okay, this is a road. And then we separate the variant and the road and the type with the underscore, and then we get the variant by going and clicking on the type, and it brings us down to here. These are the variants. So we have normal road, a dirt road. GFX means it just kicks up dirt on the back in the game, and this one is dirt road without kicking up dirt in the back, and this is smooth. So we're going to use smooth road. There we go. We're going to use smooth road for our rainbow road thing, and its variant is 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 00 underscore, and the variant 3 starts with 2 zeros, so 003. So you do this with all variants, whether it's 001 or 000, 002, and you do that with all variants because it's, I don't know, 3 digits, whatever. That's how it reads it. So you just hit OK, and now you have this texture. So you can shift and click, and it'll automatically highlight all your road textures. And now we're going to make onto the off-road. So we're going to go, and I'll just make it yellow and backspace this and go underscore, and off-road. That one is the variant 3. So we go underscore 03, because that's what its type is. And then for the variant, we're going to use grass, which is 4. So you just go 004, which is what it is, and you just highlight it. Alright, and now we will do this out of bounds. And what we'll do to do that is we'll just make yellow again, we'll just make it darker. Underscore, and then we'll go back up to the chart. And out of bounds is also solid fall on here, so solid fall is right here, and that's 0A. So we're just going to go back to the type and 0A underscore. You can just click it and see the variants. We want grass, which is 5, but I don't think it really matters because you're not going to be driving very much, so we'll just keep it on default. So I'm just going to go 000 for that, because you're just going to die here, you're not going to drive here, it doesn't really matter. Now let's just do these roads. So on the top, you're not going to be driving on those much since you're going to jump off these bumps. So we'll just make those road for now, in case you do, I guess. But these sides, you want to trick off of them, but you don't want to be boosted. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to make the road texture and slightly darker. And it's going to be the same as the road, which is 00. But instead of having 003, which is normal road, you put a 1 in front of it, which this 1 right here makes it so it's trickable. So that's trickable road, that's regular road, and then you put the variant at the end. So we can just shift and click and it highlights all of them. Now we need the wall for this ramp, so we'll just default material again, and I'll make this red and underscore. The wall I use, which works for me most of the time, is 00. It's just 0C, that's the type. And I don't normally use the variants for the wall. Right there, I just go 000, and they're all highlighted now. And last but not least, we need the boost ramp here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click that and then do this. And here we'll get your boost ramp, which is 07. And its variants are interesting because if you keep the variant at 0, you'll fly up super high and do 2 flips off the ramp. And if you keep it at 1, you'll fly up super high and just do 1 flip. You won't, well, not super high, you'll fly at a medium height. Then 2 to 7, I've never used it. The times I have used it, it crashed my game, or at least I think it did, whatever, I guess. So I'll just use, I stick to using 1 and 0. So I'll just go like this. I'll make it purple, and we'll go underscore 07 underscore 001, because we only want to do 1 flip. You don't want to like flip twice and then land right here. Alright, I kind of messed up earlier a bit, so I had to redo the KCL off camera. Yeah, but you probably don't, you see differences in the colors. That's, at least it's all the same as we did it in a bit, half a second ago for you guys. So I just forgot one thing before exporting the KCL, but this is all edited afterwards, so it's going to be normal for you guys. But yeah, so we wanted a cannon right here. So what we do for a cannon is, I like to make, you don't make this polygon for the cannon in your actual race model, you make it only in the KCL, so it's sort of invisible in the model. What I like to do is I just get an arch and I make it straight up, and I make a line from here to here, so we have this. You want the white side to be facing where the players are going to drive into, so we'll just do that. And then we want to go back to KCL flag, and we want to find 11, which is cannon activator. So what we do for that is we go in model, and then we make default, and then I'll just make it light blue, and then we'll go underscore 11 underscore 000. The variants for cannon activators are very important, because if you have the variant 0, that's to 0.0. This is only if you have multiple cannons, and if you have the variant 1, it goes to 0.1, which these points can be set in the KMP, which I will show you in a bit. And yeah, so let's, oh wait, yeah, here it is. And yeah, so we're going to set it to 0.0 since we're only doing 1. That's the one it starts at, 0. It's not 1 but 0, so yeah. Alright, so now that we have that, we can hit File, Save As, and we go to our custom tracks, and we hit New Folder. I just make a folder for my custom tracks. Let's name it something easy to remember, like tutorial race, and I'll just name this race, which is what I always do. So I just hit save, and then for the KCL, you just go File, and you use OBJ exporter, and you name it KCL. Alright, so now that you have your race and your KCL done, what you do for finishing up the KCL, we're almost finished here, you take the KCL.object, and I cut it, and you take it to your Williams Tools file, you go to bin and paste it in. This is where you should put your OBJ to KCL files, which are in the everything you need zip file. Yeah, you put them in your bin file of Williams Tools. yeah, it's right here. So I put kcl.obj in here, and then I double click on obj to KCL. I also have the lower walls and KCL flag files, which obj to KCL comes with. And you just double click on that, and it automatically creates the KCL for you. And look at that, no errors. What a surprise. And now we just copy all these, or cut them all, and take it back to our race. Yep, and that's that for creating the KCL. Head on over to part 4, where we make the BRRES files and import the KCL and BRRES files to an SCS file. Alright.